I am your MC tonight. However, if it goes a bit chaotic, don't blame me. It's been a long week, but a beautiful week of celebrating Prachi and Juan.
We made it to the end of the week.
So honoured to be up here tonight celebrating the most humble and beautiful couple after many cancellations and flights and chaos.
I'd like to thank Vinny and VJ for putting on one of the most extraordinary weeks. This is some kind of monumental project. Their hospitality, their generosity is absolutely without any comparison whatsoever.
Right back around, right here, right now. Both feet on the clouds, right back around. No, you can't slow us down. Till the sun goes out, bring it right back around. All the day to day, let it fade away. Yeah, yeah, listen what I tell you. It all comes around, right back around. Sorry.
I know everyone's going to say it, but it just can't go unsaid. How grateful we are that so many of you have been here tonight and throughout the week from literally everywhere in the world. So thank you so much for making the time to be here, making a holiday out of it. We love you.
Now, baby, right back around, right here, right now. Both feet on the clouds, right back around. No, you can't slow us down. Till the sun goes out, bring it right back around. All the day to day, let it fade away. Yeah, yeah, listen what I tell you. It all comes around, right back around.
So Juan and Prachi, may you live for as long as you want and never want for as long as you live.
Now, Prachi, you arrived in New York when you were just 24 years old, with one bag and a promise to your mum that you'd be home 6 months later. Sorry, Mum. When you arrived, your only American friend Danny wouldn't stop talking about his best friend in New York and who would love to show you around.
I'm Danny, and as I'm sure I've told you by now, I'm the real reason why we're all gathered here tonight.
Okay, my God.
But let me tell you, getting them to that first date was no easy feat. I don't know what it says about the impression that I made on Prachi, but I had to encourage her to respond to Juan's text.
Now, after many messages, you finally met up and it all made sense. Now, Prachi, your first impressions of Juan, he was confident and he was cute. The first day you met up, he gave you a tour of the West Village and the history of the architecture. Now, you were totally stuck on every word, and to be fair, you'd only been in New York a few months and you were easily impressed. Only later did you find out that his tour was half truth and half bullshit, but it worked.
And I guess it begs the question is why I was so persistent. How did I know that Juan was the Juan for Prachi?
I know that Prachi had found the right guy because she calls me up and says, Dad, I found this guy, I really like him, but he's just like you. So I didn't know whether to take that as a compliment or feel insulted about it. He manages his life on a spreadsheet. I knew we had the right guy.
One of my first impressions of Juan was when he came to Australia and we had this beautiful mingling of the families. He was wearing these fresh white jeans, sparkling white sneakers, despite the fact that Australia, we could have been going to Healesville Sanctuary and they were still shiny. The boy was wiping them. And a very clean look. And I just thought, okay, who's this fancy boy that Prachi's brought home?
Juan has been to me a confidant, great business partner, and my best friend. And since Prachi came along, he had an even greater experience. I really think the world of her. Prachi is a great woman. I couldn't think of anyone better for Juan, having such a great amount of patience to put up with all his shit.
Seeing them together for 7 years, Prachi and Juan, is undeniable, the love and respect that they do have for each other. Was no point that I didn't think that we would be here together celebrating their love. Prachi, my mom would love you.
Today you uttered the two classic words, I do. 3 little letters, 2 little words. I think that was the simplest part of the day. There's nothing simple about what you're going to unwind from here on. I do means, I do know I could be hurt, but I'm ready to be healed with you. It means, I do want to try even when the fear of failure holds me back. And I do not know the future, but I'm ready to be surprised along the way. And nothing we do will ever be the same because you and I will be doing it all over together.
Firstly, I want to say we made it. At the end of this week, I am so grateful that we get to share our love.
Prachi, when I first met you, I loved the authentic, joyful, and warm energy that I felt from being in your presence, and it was a feeling that I never felt before. I still remember your smile from ear to ear as I took you on my made-up tour of the West Village in New York City, and how comfortable you made me feel on that first date.
To Juan, thank you so much for being the man that I always dreamed of being with. I mean it when I say it is easy to be a good man when times are good, but it is very difficult to be a good and decent human being at all times.
I remember thinking to myself how amazing it would be to be with a girl like you, despite having just met you for an hour and a half. 7 years later, it is this same authenticity and positive energy that you radiate, which is still my favorite part about you.
For this next chapter of our life, I promise to always be the positivity in our relationship, to greet you with the excitement of a golden retriever every time you enter the door, even though you don't know why I'm so happy or so excited to see you.
I like that you're sweet and kind, selfless and empathetic, but most of all, that you have the patience of a goddess, as I wouldn't be standing here today if you didn't put up with all my weaknesses and faults. As your husband, I promise that I will continue to support and nurture your decision-making in all aspects of life. I promise to put you and our family above anything else, as you have showed me the true meaning and importance of family and friends. Although I can't rely on my fake New York City tours to try to impress you anymore, I promise to keep the passion and adventure alive in our relationship and always put a smile on your face. I'm excited to take on life challenges with you by my side, because it is your positive energy and beautiful smile that makes life worth waking up for.
I promise to be honest, truthful, kind, and ever so patient, and make up in any way that I can for our weaknesses shared. All in all, I'm just so excited for this next adventure, and I can't wait to be your wife.